I've got a haul to share with you guys today, but when do I not? I placed just a couple different orders here and there, just a random compilation of things. One of them being MAC did a 25% off their entire website not too long ago, so I purchased a few things from them. I had like 4,000 Ulta points and I spent all of them in 2 separate transactions, which would be $125 per 2,000 points you get, which I really want to start doing a lot more purchasing at Ulta. Not that I don't already, but even more so because the point system that they use turns into money that you can use towards your purchase at the store, which I just think is awesome. But anyway, let's get started. I'm going to start off with the MAC stuff, and I did do a get ready with me video using this palette, which I'll post it down below. It was my last video, but this is the MAC In the Flesh eyeshadow palette. I was able to see it at the counter when I was down in California, and I swatched it, and the formula felt really nice. MAC eyeshadows have been kind of hit or miss for me, but I feel like this palette has got a different formula. There's 7 matte eyeshadows in here and then a mix of shivers and satins and stuff like that. I did wish for a little bit lighter brow bone color. I felt like some of these shades were a little bit dark for underneath the brow bone on my skin tone. But overall, I like the palette. I've used it twice thus far and it's not bad. I think that almost all of these shades in here, are quite a few of them, are limited to this palette. I'll read them off to you. I've got Beaded, Glam Gold, Copperfield, Sandstone, Luxury, Cachet, Elemental, Naturel, Rustique, Tempting, Indiscretion, Naked Lights, Cumulus, Cast Iron, Black Factor, and Carbon. And I know Carbon is definitely one from the permanent line, but I like that they went and put a little bit of a graphic on the cover as well. But let me swatch, I'm just going to swatch some randoms, because these I've run across some in like my older palettes, the 15-pan palettes that I have like this, where the formulas are pressed really hard, but this one felt pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good, right? Let me do a couple more here. Some of these lighter shades. MAC has dropped their prices on their eyeshadow, so that palette is originally $65 and then plus another 25% off. I just felt like it was a really good deal. Also from MAC, I got yet another cream cup, which you guys see me wear quite a bit. And then I also got the shade Crosswires, which is a cream sheen. This is one of my favorite formulas from MAC. And it's kind of like a corally warm pink shade. I thought that one would be pretty for like a summer lip. And then I got the Lip Intensity lipstick. I swatched this too when I was at the counter, and I was like, I need to have that, and I knew that there was a sale going on. So this one is Driftwood, and this is so pretty. I haven't worn it just yet, but it's a brownie mauve. It's a very unique shade in my opinion. But that's Driftwood. This is actually only the second lip intensity that I purchased from MAC. I also purchased the Shivering White Studio Fix powder. I thought it would be fun to kind of mix with maybe some shiny highlighters that might be too dark, or possibly mix with a setting powder, but I think I wasn't quite sure just how intensely white this would be. It's definitely light enough for my skin tone, I can say that much, but it's the Studio Fix powder, and it's just a, solid white powder. I'm yet to play around with this guy because it's the texture of it is so finely milled though. Like at first I thought it was going to be kind of a thicker, heavier texture because it's the Studio Fix formula, but it feels really smooth. So I'm yet to toy around with that guy, maybe as a setting powder underneath the eye. That might be a bit much, but lightly it might work, but I did pick that up. Then Laura Geller came out with a new baked gelato swirl illuminator, and it was cheaper to buy this set than it was, I think, to buy just the illuminator and then pay shipping. There was a reason why I got it in the set. I think that's why. But this is the highlighter that I have on my cheeks today, that duochrome shift to it. Initially I thought, oh, it's going to be kind of that typical duochrome pink, but the difference I find with this one compared to some of the other ones that I've used is it shifts that pink color in the light, but when it's not in the light, it still retains its light factor on top of my cheeks, which I really like. So that is what it looks like. It's called Diamond Dust. So you can see right there that it's showing up in the camera less pink of a shift. But let's put it right here. You can see, there you can see kind of the pink purple shift in it. It's really pretty. I wish that it would come in like a larger size, because this is only, well, it's not bad, I guess, 0.16 ounces. And then I haven't used the other one yet. It's the Easy Illuminating Stick. This is also in Diamond Dust, and this is a cream stick formula, which I suppose you could put this on first and then put this over the top, and you'd have like a really, really intense duochrome highlight. But this one is kind of more of a dewy intense, where this one's just kind of an intense highlighter. But those are two new products from Laura Geller, and I purchased those off of the Laura Geller website, which is the only place I've seen them this far. And then I purchased this YSL the Saharienne Bronzing Stones Collector's Edition. I had to have it because of the packaging. It's super cute. When I opened it up, I was a little shocked to see just how warm it is. It's a pretty warm shade. It does have little tiny flecks of shimmers in it. I don't feel like it transfers a super ton to the face. It's more like a satin finish on the skin. And this is the bronzer that I have on today, and I was able to put it on, and I don't look orange, so it looks a lot better on the skin than it does in the pan. For me in the pan, it looks just a little on the orange side, but on it blended out, mixed with all the pink that I have in my skin tone, it worked out kind of nice. But this is a baked gelée type of formula, which it sits really pretty on the skin. So is the Laura Geller highlighter that I just showed you. That's also a baked like gelée type formula. And I really like the way that those products just sit on the skin. They like melt into your skin. You can't detect like a powder finish, which is something I really like about that particular formula. So this is from the summer collection from YSL. Burberry re-released their Fresh Glow highlighters. They came out with the first two that they originally came out with, which was a white and a gold, and then two additional shades. I purchased the shade number 3 in Pink Pearl, which again, this is a gelée type of a formula. It's got an ever so slight pink undertone. When I put this on the skin, it gives a really beautiful sheen, but it really blends into my skin. So it makes a pretty highlight on my skin tone, but it doesn't do a ton for like lifting in the sense of being a lighter shade on top of my cheeks. It blended into my skin really well. So if I can, you can see just how much it blended in right there. So that one is in the shade Pink Pearl. Let me swatch it next to the Dior. So this is the Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer in 002, which again is one of my favorite highlighters. So you can see that this one is a deeper shade of pink than the Dior. But they're both very beautiful. Then I finally caved and purchased the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Honey eyeshadow palette. I like to collect the Too Faced little tin eyeshadow palettes. I think I have every one of them back to when they used to be in cardboard, and all the tins since then. And some of them have been kind of hit or miss. This one I've worn it only one time. The time that I did use it, I liked it. I know there's been kind of mixed reviews on it, but there's 1, 2, here, let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matte shades in there, and then the other ones have got some sparkle or sheen to them. But I'm just going to go ahead and swatch all the shades for you guys so you can see. And it has a sweet scent to it. It doesn't necessarily smell like peanut butter and honey to me, but there's that top row. And my mom bought this palette too. She had to have it. We were shopping at Ulta that day, and I grabbed it, and then she grabbed it. And she's been enjoying hers too, so do the second row. And then the last row. There's something about the smell of this palette that really reminds me of something that I just cannot put my finger on it. But it's not peanut butter and honey though. So those are the shades from the Peanut Butter and Honey palette from Too Faced. I think it's really cute. Oh, what is the smell though? It smells like something. I was also able to see the full display of the Lorac spring collection, and I purchased that one shade I hauled a few videos ago in the shade Foodie, the lipstick, and I really liked it. The formula for the newer released Alter Ego lipsticks feels a lot nicer to me than when they first came out. But I picked up another lipstick shade, and I got the shade Barista, and one of the shades I think was an I think it was a Ulta exclusive. I'm not sure, but it's kind of a warm nude shade. It's got a sweet scent to it. Really pretty color. So that's called Barista. And then I made the mistake of swatching the glosses as well. I've been on a no lip gloss buy for a long time because, I mean, they're so pretty, but I never wear them. And then I just broke down because the shade of this was so pretty. And this is the lip gloss, the Lorac Alter Ego lip gloss. And this is in the shade Foodie. I have the Foodie lipstick too, which I'm going to swatch that for you guys as well, even though I hauled it in a video a while ago. But this one is Foodie. This one is ever so slightly more pink than the shade Barista. So there's Barista and there's Foodie. And then I purchased the Foodie lip gloss. The packaging is so pretty. It's got like an opalescent look to the gloss inside, like really fine shimmers. But so here's the gloss. Very, very pigmented. Look, it's got like more pigment and more pink to it than the actual lipstick does. And these have that same sweet scent as the lipsticks, but I love that whole collection. I like really went ham at Ulta that day. I purchased also the Lorac California Dreamin cheek palette. I purchased the eyeshadow palette and hauled that a while ago as well. There was one shade in that palette that Lorac needs to take that formula and apply to every shade in all of their eyeshadow palettes. It was so beautiful. But anyway, I was able to swatch this in store, and again, I think the packaging on this is so cute. There's like little kitties on there and stuff. There's only one matte one in here, and that's this shade. It's called Ray. The other ones all have got a shimmer or a sheen to them. So let me swatch them. And I've got quite a few of the Alter Ego blushes in the compact, their original ones as well, and I do enjoy those. Those are really pretty. This color, they're all really pretty shades. I actually bought, I think I purchased like $150 some worth of stuff that day, and I used my points and I ended up paying $28 for all my stuff. I was like, also at Ulta they had the new Becca Sunchaser palette. It's got a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight in there, and the packaging has got an ombre look to the front, which I really think is cute. And then the inside you have got three shades. You've got your good old Becca Opal, then you've got a blush in Apricot Blossom, and then a sunlit bronzer in Ipanema Sunset. So I haven't worn this either. Those are those three shades. Really pretty. Similar tones to the Lorac shade, kind of. So that is the Becca Sunchaser palette. Then I also purchased one of the Dior Addict lacquer sticks, and this is in the shade 550 Tease. Dior came out with a whole bunch of new lipsticks in this lacquer stick line. The packaging is really pretty. And this is kind of a mid-tone pink shade. The finish, I originally had, well, there's maybe a little bit left of this on my lips. Today I've got Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk, and then I put this on, and then kind of a few hours had gone by because it's kind of, I don't even know what time, afternoon, mid-afternoon, is it? Anyway, and then I had put on over the top because I kind of wanted it to match that duochrome highlighter on my cheek, and then also the eyeshadow that I have on. I put over top of it Bite Beauty's Cream Stick in Opal, which is a lovely topper. It's got a duochrome finish to it, like a purple pink. It's beautiful. But so that's what's on my lips. So I kind of sort of have this on my lips. But these are really shiny, and I think they're pretty. They have pretty good pigmentation for like as shiny and glossy as they are. So that one is $5.50 in the Dior lacquer stick line. Let's put it back here. And then from Sephora, I purchased their new contour blush palette. I have not worn this yet, but the colors just look really pretty. And I think it was $28, which isn't bad considering there are 6 products in here and each one of them is 0.14 ounces per product. So it's got that same packaging as like their new contour, and then they came out with a highlighter palette as well. Oh, there's a piece of plastic. So in here there's 2 matte blushes right here, and then you've got some highlighters that are probably going to be more like blush toppers for me, and then maybe this might work kind of as a burnt bronzer for me, but just a different array of cheek shades that I thought I could mix and match, because I did like the highlighter palette that they came out with as well. So there's the top row, and then the bottom row. Well, those shades would look really pretty on a deeper skin tone. So that is the new Sephora Contour Blush Palette. Also from Sephora, they started carrying this line called Stellar Cosmetics. Oh, that white ain't gonna focus. But I purchased the Cosmic Face Powder in the shade Haze. So it's Stellar, and then the shade that I have is Haze. And this here is a really light, finely milled, it's got silica in it, but there's the slightest tint of pink to this powder. It's not like a stark white. And I've kind of been toying around with it. I think it's a nice setting powder for underneath the eyes, kind of one of those super finely milled, slick setting powders. I didn't feel like it was quite as brightening as like the RMS no color powder, but then again I was trying out some concealers that were a little bit deeper in shade with this as well. So what I need to do is try the concealer that I would use normally and then set it with this to see how the brightening effect goes. But the powder itself is really nice, really finely milled. Think of like the texture of the HD powder from Makeup Forever, the loose version. It kind of has that type of a texture. But again, it's got this ever so slightly pink undertone to it. Really finely milled powder. I definitely need to play with these products more to form a better opinion of them, but hopefully you can kind of see in the swatches it'll help you a bit. But I did break down and purchase another set of the Unicorn Lashes UK brush sets. I purchased the rose gold one. There was another set with black in it, but this has got the Curtis Reichowich print in the box. Another one of those things you can see that I purchased. There she is, right there. I purchased his prints and framed them. That's what's in the background right there, but this set is so pretty. The case on this set is felt, and then it's got their logo embroidered in it, and then the zipper. The attention to detail on their products is really nice. And then it's got the unicorn zippers, and then here are the brushes. The one that I've been using out of it is this guy right here. It's like your standard buffing kabuki brush, and I've been using it to kind of pat in BB cream if I wasn't using a beauty blender or something. But all of the face brushes I get along really well with. The fibers on these are a super soft synthetic bristle, so something that's hard to pick up on a brush, you're not going to want to use something this soft. I do find that like the eyeliner brush, I'll show you, it could be a little bit more fine. It kind of gets bushy towards the end instead of pointed, which kind of an eyeliner should get. And then some of these brushes I don't foresee myself using. There's three of them that look very similar. Here are 3 of the eye brushes, and I feel like, at least especially these 2 right here, are really similar. Like they could have switched up the shape a little bit on them. It doesn't take away from the uniqueness or the prettiness of them. I mean, the rose gold or the gold handles, and then you can got the little unicorn emblem is also on the ferrule. They're just a visually stunning set of brushes, and I really do like all of the face brushes. Some of the eye brushes I could do without. Here are the other 3 eye brushes in the set. Again, I don't use little brushes like this that often. I would use this liner brush for gel liner, but it gets a little bit too, it's cut, and I can see the flatness on the tip, and then it's also too thick for you, like, and not precise enough for using eyeliner for me. So I might not use those eye brushes a ton. The fan brush is really large in size. I haven't used any other face brushes except for the kabuki one. And then you've got like a blush brush and kind of a a smaller kabuki style brush that'll be good for like contouring and stuff. But overall, I'm really happy with both sets that I've purchased from the brand just because they're so unique and they're really pretty. And I find that there are some functional brushes for me out of them, but some of them, like some of the eye brushes are just not something that I'll reach for. But I like them, and I really appreciate a brand that has like thinks outside the box. And these guys are the first ones who did this unicorn style brushes. I know there's quite a few companies, oh my gosh, including Tarte, that just came out with some unicorn brushes like this, and I was kind of let down by that actually, because Tarte's such a big brand and they kind of knocked off this indie brand. I almost forgot to show you guys these products. These are by the brand Paul & Joe. They're kitty blushes. Recently Be Glowing did a sale on their website. I think it was 20% off, and that's when I like jumped and got these because I've wanted them for quite a while. But let me start. There's 3 kitty blushes and then two box face colors I'm going to show you guys. So each one comes with a little strapper on the box, which a lot of Paul & Joe products do. So look at the little kitties. I'm going to be stingy, I guess, right now, and not swatch. I'm not going to swatch some of these because I don't want to mess up the pattern. I stuck my finger in the pink one, so I do know that these little hearts on the outside are kind of an overspray, but the rest of it, I believe, goes all the way through the product. 0.31 ounces in here. This is number 108. Oh, it's like a nude shade with kitties. And then this is the applicator that comes with them, which is just, it's cute. It's like it looks like a little sucker, like a sucker stick, but this is the applicator. You're supposed to pounce it on your face with. And then this one is number 107. The box doesn't have kitties on it, but the inside is a kitty. It's like it's going to be like a coral shade. And then the last one is the number 109, and this is the pink. This is the one that I like ever so slightly stuck my fingers in. So I do know I'm going to just do it. I'm going to do it for the sake of the video. So this guy, see, that's the overspray. And then this here and this here are not. And then I'll mix these. Oh, kitty, bye-bye, kitty. Oh, but the color, this is one that I will want to use because this is one of my favorite types of pinks. It's got this like pastel-y look to it. Oh, I gotta get a better swatch than that, right? There's a more accurate swatch of it all swirled together. But that is number 109. Look at the box. The brand Paul & Joe comes up with some of the cutest stuff. I also got these cheek colors. This has got, it's a little box with little Siamese kitties all over it. This one's kind of got like a floral type of pattern. But inside, this one is number 105 with the Siamese kitties on it. Inside are like, they look like Guerlain meteorite pearls. There's a little poof in there. I'm trying not to spill it. But in addition to the little pearls, there's little cat-shaped powders in there. And it's just so cute. They're like, it's just got like a shimmery coral peach. And then this one is number 106. Also has a little poof in there, and this has got more pink to it. So you can see the little kitties. Aren't these just like the cutest, funnest makeup products? That's the end of this haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.